Hey there, this is Alex over at DuraLabel, and in this video we're going to be going over our pre-made signs a little bit and showing how to customize them once you've selected one. In order to begin, I'm going to go ahead and go into our pre-made signs section. This section features over 3,000 OSHA-compliant signs that are already ready to be printed. All you need to do is select the appropriate size and print from there. In this video, though, what we're going to be doing is actually customizing the pre-made sign a little bit, as well as just going over what exactly some of those options in the beginning do when you are adding your pre-made sign. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look through our top rated really quick and just see what we have there, see if I can find something that I do want to customize. Okay, I think I see a label that I want to modify. I'm actually going to be modifying this label that just says hot with the caution header. We do have a couple coffee pots in our break room, so I figure this might be a fun one that we can have there just to obviously make sure people do know it is hot coffee, and that way they don't get burnt. I'm going to go ahead and click on this label. We'll see a pop-up open up where we can adjust the width to a different size if we need. For this one, I will go with just the 4x6. If I do want it to be a little longer in length, though, I can deselect this preserve aspect ratio. That'll let me change that length if I want, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it on for now. The next option that we can choose is that load with background option. What that's going to do is it'll add a colored square as a background image into it. So for this one, it would be a yellow square. I don't need to worry about that since I already have yellow vinyl loaded, and with how LabelForge Pro detects what's loaded into printers, it'll already update our canvas to match what we have loaded. So I'll leave that off, and I do suggest that typically you leave that off as well. The third option is going to be this load with header. That's going to be on by default. We don't have an actual caution header on the yellow supply that I have loaded, so I am going to want to leave that on. If you did have any supply with pre-printed headers, such as our danger, warning, or notice headers, that is something that you can turn off as well. But for this instance, we're actually going to leave this on, and I'm going to go ahead and click on open. Now that I actually have this template open, I'm going to go ahead and edit some of the text. Like I mentioned earlier, I do want this to mention hot coffee, so I'll go ahead and double click on hot. That way I can edit it. We're going to move my cursor to the end. I'm going to hit enter just to add an extra line, and I'll type in coffee. Okay, perfect. Now that I have that, I want to do a little bit of moving, as well as I think I want to adjust how this text is. So I'm going to go through some of our formatting options here and actually center it, and then click off and move the actual text itself. I'm also, I think, going to resize it a little bit because I do want to add a little symbol as well over to the left, just to have a little more fun with this one. Okay, I think I like how that's going to look, and I think that'll work great for the symbol that we're going to add to the left as well. In order to add that symbol, I'm going to go ahead and go back into our insert menu in this top right, and I'm going to click on symbols. From here, I'm not quite certain where the actual coffee symbol is going to be, so instead of scrolling through all of the options that we do have for our preloaded symbols or clicking through all of these categories, I am just going to use our search feature up top, and I'm going to type in coffee and see what comes up. Perfect. We have a couple different options we can go with. I'm going to go ahead and select the one that I like, which for this one, I'll just go with this middle and click on insert. Now we have our symbol added, and I'm just going to move it to an appropriate spot over to the left. And I think we're going to resize that a little bit just to make it a little larger and kind of fit better within the label. Okay, perfect. So now that I do have that resized, a size that I think I'm happy with, I'm going to go ahead and click back off of everything. Take in one quick look again, just make sure everything's lined up. And I think from here, I'm ready to print. So overall, this is just that quick showing of how to edit one of our pre-made signs. Hopefully you were able to learn something during this. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thanks for watching. For further assistance, visit our website and contact our team for your free lifetime support.